Oh, Lord.
The Real Housewives of New Jersey. Now, Jason, what did you think about this past season's cast?
I thought it was great. I honestly did. I think the storylines are just a little lost. You know, when it comes to Jersey, I just like to sit back. It is such a franchise that I do not enjoy talking about because it just is so divided and so everyone is very, how do you say it, energized when it comes to this cast and how divided they are and whose side they are.
Right.
I love that we got this announcement, thanks to you, that the cast has re-signed.
Don't say that now. Don't get me in some shit and say thanks to me as if I dropped it first.
I think you did drop it first.
You guys, this was so funny this weekend. By the way, can I just say really quick to interject what Jason's saying? It was so funny. We put this out this week, and it's so fun. Like everybody, listen, it happens all the time, right? Sometimes other people put out shit first and they get no credit for it. Everyone always has this issue, but we spoke with somebody either close to the cast or a part of the cast. We spoke to somebody
who
confirmed and knew the position of every single contract 24 hours before it came out. We posted it, and then everybody was saying Adam and Jason have no idea. And then literally 24 hours later, Page 6 is posting, confirmed the entire cast is returning. I'm like, they didn't even get the fact that Jackie Goldschneider's returning.
No, All About the Real Housewives posted it too. And you know, the thing is like they can take the time to confirm, and they probably did too before they posted as well, because we take the time to do that before we have new information. We don't want to just like throw it out there because we've been wrong once, you know what I mean? Lisa Rinna, but like, yeah, this is a good cast. It's a good cast to bring in. I think bringing Jackie back full time is actually good. She was kind of, she was there this season as a friend. She was good. I think she'll add fuel to the fire, especially now that we're keeping everybody. There's no Melissa or Teresa. You know, I'm not going to film with her. They're not coming back. I'm not going to watch the show with one of them. We will all watch the damn show. Okay, right. With both of them there, let's get over it, because then everyone will want to go on Twitter afterwards and be like, I'm a tree hugger. I like Melissa. You know, it's, come on.
No, I'm a tree hugger. It's so aggressive. I'm a tree hugger.
It gets aggressive on Twitter. It doesn't matter whose camp you're in. If you're a Melissa fan, it's like, I hate Teresa. She's so blah. And then it's like, you know, the tree huggers like come in and they're like, hashtag this new thing that we're doing because we like Teresa. It's like,
yeah, it's like hashtag Gone with Gorga. What?
Like, you don't have this on Beverly Hills. You don't have this on Atlanta.
No, we had it on Beverly Hills last year.
Yes, of course, because everyone was talking about the toxicity of Lisa Rinna, which was proven to be right, and that's why she's no longer on the show. But, you know, it's so funny. It gets a little wacky, you know? It gets so wacky.
It does get wonky, or wacky, whatever you want to call it. But here's pretty much how they came to the decision.
Yes, this is great.
You guys in, because it was put out by Page 6, it was put out by us, and it was put out by All About the Real Housewives. So All About the Real Housewives kind of they dove in a little bit deeper, which I have a lot of respect for All About the Real Housewives. For those of you who don't know, the woman who runs the account, she actually has great relationships with the Jersey cast. So when she puts something out about the Real Housewives of New Jersey, like when she puts something out anyways, I always feel like she does her job and she checks her sources, but especially with the cast in New Jersey. So yes. I'm always all about any articles that come out from her. I will say that. She said filming resumes in August and will be quite uncomfortable for most of the cast as it's more divided than ever. She did confirm that everybody, including Jackie and Jennifer Fessler, are coming back. And she said sources close to production told All About the Real Housewives, the story with everyone is not over. Things weren't resolved during the reunion, and so much was happening that producers want to give it a go and see if everyone can make peace. You guys are out of your mind.
But you know what? That's what was so great about this season is, yes, it's more of the same, but you left us with a question mark. Where do you go from here? How do you film together? Are Melissa and Teresa ever gonna, or Joe and Teresa? What about Louis? Like, we all want to see everything that played out season 13. Now we want some kind of resolution for, or some kind of answers to. You know, I'm here for it. I really am.
If you just want Louis, just ask.
I think I'm here for everyone but Louis. I mean, like, I don't know. He still rubs me the wrong way. It gives me weird vibes. That's just my opinion. But
do you like red-faced Louis or do you like business Louis?
Okay, that's Big Ed.
Okay. Wait, hold on. Wait. All joking aside, let's get back into it for just a second, because they said our source adds every one of the housewives wanted to come back. So it will be interesting for the viewers to see what happens when they all reunite. That is something that should have been on camera, and how the ultimate decision was made. Producers don't want it to be divided or toxic, so their goal is for everyone to get to a better place. However, producers and Bravo are aware with how divided and toxic things have gotten. And while they want to put on a show, they don't want it to be as bad as it was during season 13. So she's claiming that they're using this season as kind of like, if you guys can get your shit together, great. If we can find resolve, we keep you. If you can't find resolve after this season, then moving forward, somebody does have to go. But this is your last chance.
Well, I mean, I think it's the last chance for most of the cast, because even Andy Cohen said, like, he's not ready to do a reboot of Jersey like New York yet.
Right.
So that puts everyone kind of on pins and needles here, because we're with a cast who has been around for a very long time, like New York, who, I mean, I really thought the show worked. The show had great viewership last year. It had really consistent ratings. I think 100% season 14 is a place to see if we can get any resolve, and to watch, hopefully not more of the same, but just to watch the evolution of the relationships. And I'm glad that everyone's coming back.
Well, but here's the thing. How do you find some sort of peace going into this when it's already a clearly divided cast? And now let's add just one more element.
I know what you're going to say. Yes.
All right. So a new report came out saying Margaret Josephs does not feel safe filming The Real Housewives of New Jersey with Teresa's husband, Louis, and that she's considering legal action as she allegedly threatens to refuse filming season 14 with him. They're saying Margaret has made it clear that she does not feel safe filming around Louis. A source close to production told the US Sun on July 6th, happy birthday. She said that she was going to get her lawyers involved and had threatened not to film with Louis. The cast is still very much so divided, and there's a lot of leftover tension. But as Real Housewives of New Jersey fans will recall, Louis did warn the cast at the reunion taping about hiring a private investigator, then kind of took back those claims.
Right.
And then Margaret said this to people. My family, my child was called and threatened at work by Louis. We have the phone records. My child would have no idea who this person is. It happened on April 13th. That's his phone number. He's the fucking devil, a criminal.
And it's not one of those apps where you can change the phone number to make the message look a certain way. It's actually phone records of that phone number calling you, which I don't know. Maybe you can change that. You know what? Someone actually DM'd me on Instagram and said that they could explain this on how you call people from different numbers. And I mean, I know there's apps and stuff like that, but this, I think they proved that this was actually Louis' phone that called 100%.
I mean, listen, first of all, get a fucking life if you're doing that. Really also, get a life.
And then Pam, I have to agree with you here too. You know, Margaret, as much as sometimes I'm on her side and sometimes I'm not, it's like here, she does have valid complaints, right? Like if you're calling and threatening her son, why would you want to film with that person? Because it's so aggressive. Yes, aggressive, that word. That's very aggressive to call and threaten someone's son who's not even on the show, you know?
I mean, it really, the kid is in his 20s. He's right. At work. You never see him on the show. He doesn't know your ass. He doesn't film with you. He doesn't anything. If this is your way of like, this isn't digging up dirt through a PI trying to get like skeletons. Because if you go through
bullying,
right. You see Margaret Josephs linked to a $12 million lawsuit with her ex. And people are like, oh my God, this just came out. Margaret Josephs' $12 million lawsuit. She wrote about this in her book. She talked about it on the show. Like Margaret has been, as far as we know, and this is kind of what, like why her and Jennifer Aydin got into it. Jennifer Aydin sort of went in on Margaret because she's like, you think it's cool to write about being a mistress or cheating on your husband in your book? Like, who are you? That's disgusting. And Margaret's like, it's not disgusting. I'm a human being. I've been sued. I cheated on my husband. There was an affair. My family broke apart. And she wanted to share all of that. So I really don't know if she's that vulnerable and open about sharing all of the shit that's in her closet. I don't know how much you're going to find on her. And I think that's why you would have to call and attack her kid. Because who else are you What else are you going to
But
do?
that's the
She's
thing,
social everything.
that doesn't work so well, you know. All throughout season 13, all through, even in the reunion, Louis was threatening people, you know. So like, it's just a little aggressive. It comes off bullyish and bullish, you know. It comes off almost weak, you know. But we've seen this multiple times where even the way he talks to Teresa at certain points, when he's not getting his point across or she's talking too much, I don't like that side. So I can see people's like cautiousness of moving forward to film with him. I get it.
I mean, yeah. But there is like the happy looking side of him too. So I guess
I mean, you follow him on Instagram. He looks like a lovely guy. All right. And
Kelly
you know what?
and Rick said that.
Yeah, exactly.
Kelly and Rick said that they had the best time with Teresa and Louis, that they were so nice, that he like very charismatic, that they just like very surprised. They didn't think that they would not get along, but they just were like, they were really nice in person. So, however, I'm really good at reading people. It's like I live for this shit. I do it for a sport and I can see through anyone. So I'm curious, like, I would love to just have a conversation because I can pinpoint a good, charismatic, like narcissistic douche. Like I worked for one for the longest time.